Hey everybody, Professor Benlo here with a series of 2 short videos of me explaining Unit 4 discussion board. Okay, this is very similar to Unit 2 discussion board. And just like Unit 2 discussion board, it is broken up into 2 due dates. First due date you need to pay attention to is Friday, October 30th. Your original post is going to be due by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Tuesday, November 3rd, your response posts are going to be due by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so in this short video, I'm going to explain the assignment in general. And then in the second short video, I'll be discussing the 4 topics that you can choose from. Okay, this time you're going to have 4 topics. Okay, so let's get started. You need to firstly choose a topic. Again, you have 4 topics to choose from, and you will be analyzing a primary document just like you did in Unit 2 discussion board. So the first topic is Ronald Reagan, his remarks on signing the Economic Recovery Tax Act of 1981 and the Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act of 1981. This is the interview with Reagan regarding the passage of these laws. And this covers the topic in Unit 4 of Reaganomics. Okay, the second topic you can choose from is George H.W. Bush's speech, Iraqi aggression in Kuwait, that he gave in October of 1990 before the United Nations General Assembly. The Unit 4 topic that this covers would be the first Gulf War. Okay, thirdly, the third topic you can choose from is Ronald Reagan's Tear Down This Wall speech, which was given in June of 1987 in front of the Berlin Wall. This is the end of the Cold War, the fall of the Berlin Wall topic in Chapter 4, or Unit 4, excuse me. Sorry. The fourth topic you can choose from is actually a YouTube video of news coverage of the stock market crash of 1987, October 1987. So that is the topic. The Unit 4 topic is the stock market crash of 1987. Again, these are the 4 primary documents you can choose from. Choose one, please. And there's plenty of research material out there on all 4 of them. You just need to choose the one that interests you the most and go for it. Okay, so your original post, which will be due October 30th, is broken down into 4 sections this time. You had 3 sections in Unit 2 DB. What you have to understand about Unit 4 DB is it's very similar to Unit 4 DB. We're just building on what we did in Unit 2 DB. Okay, so the context section, very similar to Unit 2 DB. Name the document you chose to analyze. Who's the creator of the document? Briefly describe the creator of the document. When and where was the document created? That's the context section worth 15 points. Very similar to Unit 2 DB. The summary, also very similar to Unit 2 DB. Write a brief summary of the source. What's the topic or issue discussed in the source? What are the creator's main points about the topic? And what is one interesting thing said in the source? That is the summary section worth 20 points. Again, don't be intimidated by this. Simply take your discussion board post section by section and you'll be fine. Okay, the third section is connections, everybody, worth 10 points. How does this source connect to the Unit 4 learning materials? How does it help you better understand that moment in American history? And basically, you need to answer, how does this help you better understand Unit 4 and telepath? Does this source support what you already knew about the topic? If so, how? Does this source change the way you think about this topic? If so, how? And lastly, the issue today is worth 10 points. This is the news section, okay? Identify how the issue in the document relates to American life today. You want to use specific examples to explain your points. So in other words, how is this document still relevant to us today in the year 2020? Okay. The peer response requirement. This is what will be due November 3rd. You have to respond to 2 of your classmates by October 30th. But there's a little twist this time. Each of your response posts has to be at least 100 words in length. Okay? Don't be intimidated by this. Because remember, I love my students, but you need to go beyond, hey, Doug, you did an amazing job. I enjoyed reading your post. you hit all the details that you needed to. Can't we wait to read more of your work? Okay, well, that's awesome and incredibly supportive. I love you all for that. You want to go beyond that. You want to tailor your post to your classmates' post, okay? And you want to answer the following 4 questions. And if you do so, you will have no problem getting the 100-word requirement in. So here are the questions you should be asking when you tailor make your post to your classmates' post. Number 1, what did you learn from your classmates' post? Are there connections between their document and unit materials that they did not mention? I love that question. Are there connections between what you learned from your source and what you learned about their source? And lastly, what clarification do you need regarding the post? Okay, so you should be answering those questions within your post. All right, so all sources used to complete this project should be cited using APA format, both in-text citations and references. Please see the CTU Undergraduate Writing Style Guide for assistance. I have an announcement. One of my first announcements is how to access the CTU Undergraduate Writing Style Guides. It's phenomenal. Another phenomenal thing that you can use is the CTU Writing Center. And one of my first announcements in this class is explaining how to access that. They are wonderful too. And don't discount our library. Our library is amazing as well. Think of it this way. You'll never have to guess whether or not your resource is reliable if it comes from our library. Okay? So just phenomenal stuff. You're paying tuition here at CTU. Use these resources. They're amazing. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my grading criteria. Okay, this is the grading criteria sheet I will be using when I sit down to grade your Unit 4 discussion board. Okay, very, very important. Use this as like a blueprint when constructing your discussion board. So, okay, the context section, student identified the creator, including the brief description. Student identified when and where the document was created. My comments, how many points out of 15? Summary, student fully summarized the document, identifying the main topic, the main points, and at least one interesting detail. My comments, how many points out of 20? Connection, student identified connection between the primary source and unit learning material. Student included a discussion of how the source expanded or changed their previous knowledge. Remember, a key thing you should be discussing in the connection section is how did reading this document help you better understand Unit 4 learning materials and in particular Unit 4 IntelliPath? Okay, make sure you include that. Okay, issue today. Student identifies how the issue in the document relates to American life today. Student evaluates the ways in which the issue has evolved. Student uses specific examples to explain their points. My comments, how many points out of 10? Peer response. Student responded to at least 2 of his or her peers. You respond to 2 of your classmates with 100-word responses. By the 30th, you will get your 10 points. Response content. Peer response adds new depth or insight to the current conversation and encourages further conversation. Encourages further conversations, pretty key. So make sure you do that. My comments, how many points out of 5? Academic writing. Student uses proper spelling, punctuation, and grammar to write clearly and effectively. References, if provided, are in APA format. My comments, how many points out of 5? I tallied up and put it over 75. Okay, so the pertinent information for this assignment, again, it's broken down into 2 due dates. Firstly, your original post where you respond to the prompt is due Friday, October 30th by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then, secondly, your response posts are due Tuesday, November 3rd by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you found this little short video helpful. I will see you for the next one where I discuss the topics. Have a good one.